So I tried making this sorrel cake, and this is how I made it. So I started by boiling my sorrel. I'm trying to make a sorrel syrup, kind of like a little extract to put into my cake. So I have like a cup of sorrel here, not a lot of water, just a little, and I put in some cloves, just about 4 or 5 cloves, and I put in some bay leaves, about 3 leaves. I also put in a stick of cinnamon. Then I'm grating in a little nutmeg, which is also about a half a teaspoon. Once I get that all mixed in, I'm going to grate in some ginger. And that's about a teaspoon of ginger. So I'm going to mix this really well, and I'm going to let this come up to a boil. Since I don't have a lot of water, it will be perfect when I strain it out. Now guys, this is my first time making this as a sorrel cake. I usually make black cake, sponge cake, but this is kind of a merge of a sponge cake and a fruit cake, but we will see. I'm always about experimenting, so let's see how this sorrel cake gonna come out. So now I'm gonna just strain this out. You want to get all of the extract from your sorrel, because as I said, it's a sorrel infused cake, so we just trying to get that part there. I am not using the pulp or flowers. Now that it's all strained, I'm going to return this to the pot, and I'm going to add in the sugar. Since it's sort of a syrup I'm making, I'm going to put in some sugar, and that's some brown sugar. So I put in about a cup and a half of brown sugar, and this is going to thicken up. Once it starts to boil, it's going to thicken up, and it's going to be good for the cake. The only thing with this, once it cool down, it gets really thick. So that was one of my mistake in my experimenting. I think I should have put more water, because it got more like a jam like texture, and I had to like add some liquid just to make it the way that I wanted it to be, because it will be more work for you to kind of break it down. So that's a tip. So I started off with 2 cups of flour, and then I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Then I'm grating in a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I love using the fresh nutmeg because it gives it so much more of a nicer, stronger flavor than the ground nutmeg. But if you have ground nutmeg, you can just use that. Now I'm adding in a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and then I also added in a teaspoon of cardamom powder. And for some reason, I love using pumpkin spice in my cakes, so I use some of this because it's a mixture of all these different spices together. It's a mixture of cinnamon and nutmeg and everything. I don't know, it just gives a nice flavor, so I'm putting that in. That is optional. That is just my preference. So now I'm going to work on the wet ingredients. I have my eggs here and I crack them into my bowl. I actually use 10 small eggs. Um, so now I have 4 sticks of butter, which is a pound of butter, and then I'm using 2 cups of sugar, granulated sugar. And I'm going to cream these two together until they get nice and light and fluffy. So now I am adding in my eggs one at a time. You don't want to add the eggs all at once. You want to add it one at a time. Now I'm adding in my vanilla extract. And if you have mixed essence, you could also put some of that in there, or even almond essence, but all I used today was my vanilla extract. And that's a half a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now I'm putting in some lemon zest. And that was also a tablespoon of lemon zest. So this is what I was talking about with the breaking down the sorrel extract. It got a little thick, so I mixed it with my milk. I have a little bit of milk that I'm going to be putting in my cake. It's a half a cup of milk. I mixed some condensed milk with some whole milk, and just to make it thinner. And I'm just going to pour this in here. So you put in quarter cup of the whole milk and quarter cup of the condensed milk, and you're just going to add this into your cake. This is going to infuse it with that sorrel flavor. And then I also saved some of the extract for the end. So now I'm adding the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. You want to add this in parts, so I'm putting in half of it and then I'll put in the other half. It just helps it to mix in easier. And I also finish this off with my hand because I can be able to, just mix it in real well. So I finish it off with my hand. Now, if you have 2 small pans, you could put this into 2 small pans. I had one large pan, and that's what I use. But I think it will be better if you use 2 smaller pans so that it will have a better chance to rise better. My cake came out a little more denser than I wanted it to. Some people like it like that, but I wanted it to be more of, like a sponge cake. So that kind of texture. So I will suggest putting it into 2 small pans so that it will have more, maybe a little more airy. But this is an experiment cake, and I think it came out pretty well. I baked it at 350 for about 1 hour. You could test it because every oven is different. And this is my extract here. I'm actually mixing it with a little confectioner sugar, which is icing sugar. It's not too thick, so it's not going to be all on the cake thick. It's just to give this a nice little glaze. What I did, I took the cake out of the oven. It was hot, and I just poured this on there because I want that to just soak into the cake, and that is going to infuse it even more. The cake tasted really well. I mean, as I said, those little changes could be made, but the cake wasn't bad for an experiment cake. I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to adjust, with the extract, not making it so thick, and also putting the cake into 2 smaller pans. But I really hope that you guys try this. It tastes really good. It was a nice cake. It was, if you like sorrel, and I just took a toothpick and just poked it just so that glaze could soak in. Because you're not trying to have icing on the cake, you're just trying to get it infused with the sorrel. Well, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And always remember, my food is cooked with passion and served with love. God bless. Bye.